Welcome to the Masked Reader. We are so excited that you are watching. Every week, we will have members of our staff read, and you will vote for your favorite. The videos will be posted on Monday and Tuesday. You will have until Thursday to vote. We will do the unmasking of the readers with the least amount of votes on Friday. This will continue every week until one reader is left. Tonight and tomorrow, you will be watching the readers from Group 1.
That's right. I cannot mask my excitement for this competition. Our first reader is Panda. I hope you enjoy. I know their story won't be unbearable.
My favorite school subject is writing. My favorite picture book as a kid was the Berenstain Bears. And the reason I picked the panda is because they're unbearably cute and they always look like they're having such a good time. A pocket for corduroy. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corduroy. The laundromat was a very busy place at this hour. "Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me," Lisa said. "I'm going to help with our wash." Corduroy waited patiently. Then he suddenly perked up his ears. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa dear. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." "Pockets," said Corduroy to himself. "I don't have a pocket." He slid off the chair. "I must go find something to make a pocket out of," he said, and he began to look around. First he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or color. Then he saw a huge stack of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. "There ought to be something in there to make a pocket out of," he said. Without hesitating, he climbed inside the bag, which was filled with pieces of wet laundry. The dampness didn't bother Corduroy in the least. "This must be a cave," he said. "I've always wanted to live in a cool, dark cave." Later, when Lisa looked for her bear, he was gone. "Oh, Mommy," she cried, "Corduroy isn't here where I left him." "I'm sorry, honey," said her mother, "but the laundromat will be closing soon and we must be getting home." Lisa did not want to leave without Corduroy, but her mother insisted. "You can come back tomorrow," she said. "I'm sure you will find him." As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret was taking his wet laundry out of a bag. The very bag Corduroy had discovered. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed, together with all the sheets, shirts, shorts, and slacks, inside the dryer. But just as the artist was shutting the glass door, Corduroy tumbled out onto the floor. "How in thunder did that bear ever get mixed up with all my things?" the artist wondered. Poor Corduroy was damp all over. "The least I can do for him is give him his overalls a good drying," said the man. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spinning around, but the artist became inspired. "This will make a wonderful painting," he said as he took a sketch pad out of his pocket and began drawing the swirling colors. "I can hardly wait to get back to my studio." Finally, the dryer stopped whirling and the man gathered up the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "Closing time, everybody out." Corduroy was gently placed on top of the washing machine. "I wonder who that bear belongs to," said the artist as he was leaving. "He should have his name someplace. He's too fine a fellow to be lost." As soon as the lights were turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. "Maybe it's snow," he said. "I've always wanted to play in the snow." He accidentally tipped over the open-lidded box, and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Gradually, Corduroy began to slip and slide. "Oh, what fun," he said with a smile. "I've always wanted to ski down a steep mountainside." He landed paws first in an empty laundry basket. "This must be a cage," he said, peeking through the bars. "I've never wanted to live inside a cage like a bear in the zoo." But by now, Corduroy felt drowsy, and soon he nodded off to sleep. Next morning, when the manager came to open the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. I left something here yesterday, she explained. May I look around? Certainly, said the manager. My customers are always leaving things. Lisa was searching under the chairs and in back of the washing machines when she heard the manager call. Is this what you're looking for, señorita? Yes, he's my best friend, shouted Lisa. She reached in and picked Corduroy out of the basket. So this is where you've been, you little rascal, she said. It's time I took you home. Lisa thanked the manager and ran down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. I thought I told you to wait for me, she said. Why did you wander away? I went looking for a pocket, Corduroy said. Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you just tell me you wanted a pocket? Asked Lisa. That very morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. And here's a card I've made you with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside, she said. I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name tucked inside, said Corduroy as he and Lisa nuzzled noses. Hope you guys enjoyed that story. Have a good day.
How about that story? Up next is Robot. Let's gear up for some fantastic reading.
Hi everyone. My favorite subject in school was reading. My favorite picture book was Cinderella. And the reason I chose being a robot is because I like learning about outer space. Wacky Wednesday by Dr. Seuss. It all began with that shoe on the wall. A shoe on a wall shouldn't be there at all. Then I looked up and I said, oh man, and that's how Wacky Wednesday began. I looked out the window and I said, gee, more things were wacky, and then I saw 3. I went down the hall and I said, hey, 3 more things were wacky today. In the bathroom more, in the bathroom 4. I began to dress, then I said, wow, 4 more things were wacky now. I looked in the kitchen, I said, by cracky, 5 more things are very wacky. I was late for school, I started along, and I saw that 6 more things were wrong. And then 7 more. And the Sutherland sisters, they looked wacky too. They said nothing is wacky around here but you. But look, I yelled, 8 things are wrong here at school. Nothing is wrong, they said, don't be a fool. I ran into school, I yelled, Miss Bass, look, 9 things are wacky right here in your class. Nothing is wacky here in my class. Get out, you're the wacky one. Out, said Miss Bass. I went out the school door. Things were worse than before. I couldn't believe it, 10 wacky things more. Then I counted 11. Then 12 worse things, and I got scared, and I ran, and knocked over Patrolman McGann. I'm sorry, Patrolwoman, that's all I could say. Don't be sorry, he smiled, it's that kind of day. But be glad Wacky Wednesday will soon go away. Only 20 things more will be wacky, he said. Just find them and then you can go back to bed. Wacky Wednesday was gone when I counted them all, and I even got rid of that shoe on the wall.
Awesome reading. Let's see if our next reader can scratch their way to the top. Here comes Raccoon.
My favorite school subject was always PE because I loved to run around and be active. My favorite picture book as a kid were all the Dr. Seuss books. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be Green Eggs and Ham. I picked my mystery animal because I'm trying to be sneaky in this competition, and raccoons are a pretty sneaky animal. I hope I make them proud. Elephants Cannot Dance by Mo Willems. Elephants cannot dance. Gerald! Huh? Let's dance. I can teach you. I am teaching all my friends. I would love to learn how to dance. But elephants cannot dance. You are kidding me. No. Look it up in the book, What Elephants Can Do, page 11. Huh. Gerald, it does not say that you cannot try. You are right, Piggy. I can try to dance. I will try to dance. Let's dance. Oof. Okay, let's go. Jump with me when I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Jump! Jump! You were a little late on the jump. I was a little late on the jump. We will try again. We'll try again. Move your arms this way. We will try again. We will try again. Lift your leg this way. We will try again. We will try again. Up, up, down, down. Spin, spin, stop, stop. Forward, forward, backward, backward. Wiggle waggle, wiggle waggle. Robot walk, robot walk. Enough! I have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. But I am an elephant, and elephants just cannot dance. Plop. Oh, Gerald. Hello! We are ready to learn some moves. I am sorry. I cannot teach you now. My friend is sad. Silly! We do not want you to teach us. We want to learn the elephant. Huh? Teach me, please! Me too! Me 3. Grunt, 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 grunt. More feeling. Keep trying. You are getting it. The end.
I love that story. Our next reader is excellent. Let's listen to chicken stories.
I like to read, so I would say reading is my favorite subject. When I was younger, Dr. Seuss books were my favorite. I especially like the book Go Dog Go. It's really funny. Have you read it? And chicken, why did I choose chicken? Who wouldn't choose chicken? Chickens are so cute.
Hi, Chicken here. Today I'm going to read you a story called Shark Trouble by Sam Lloyd. Far, far away in the middle of the deep blue sea, there were 2 small islands. On Banana Island, there lived a little chimp named George. And on Coconut Island, there lived a little chimp named Jess. One day, George saw Jess and thought, "Wow, she looks friendly." And Jess saw George and thought, "Hey, he looks nice." And they both thought about how much fun it would be to share a banana milkshake and a piece of coconut cake.
But there was a problem. In the deep blue sea between the islands were sharks. Yummy, yummy food for my tummy, the sharks sang. Don't worry, shouted George. I have a plan. I'll make wings using the leaves from my banana tree and fly across and visit you. George flapped and flapped, but he couldn't fly. Yummy, yummy food for my tummy, the sharks sang, snapping at George's little chimp toes. I've got an idea, shouted Jess. I'll tunnel deep under the sea to visit you. Jess dug and dug, but the sharks heard the digging. Yummy, yummy food for my tummy, the sharks sang as they bashed and smashed the tunnel until it flooded. I've got another idea, called George. George tied banana peels to his hands and feet and started to ski surf across the water. Jess knew that this was the silliest idea, but before she could warn George, he fell in. Yummy, yummy food for my tummy. George swam faster and faster. The sharks got closer and closer. George made it back to Banana Island just in time. That was a close one, called Jess. Jess had a brilliant plan. This will scare the sharks away. With a mighty roar, she jumped out from behind a tree, waving her arms around. But the sharks were not the least bit scared. They laughed until their bellies ached at the crazy crabby costume. Yummy, yummy food for my tummy. This is no good. We've tried every idea in our heads. We need to think of something new if we're going to share banana milkshakes and cake. They both climbed up their trees, which is a very good place to go when you need to think. Then something amazing happened. Their treetops got tangled together. Hooray! We're saved! Cried Jess and George, high above the horrible, hungry sharks. And they were together. Hi, George, said Jess. Hello, Jess, said George. To celebrate their new friendship, George and Jess had a party with music and dancing, and of course, banana milkshakes and coconut cake. The end. I hope you enjoyed my story, Shark Trouble. If you did, don't forget, vote for chicken.
That's all of our readers for tonight. Tune in tomorrow to see the rest of our readers from Group 1. Thanks for watching.